Greetings one and all. Thought I'd open up my video and be showing you a big old pile of elk scat. Yum. Anyway, the reason for the video is I wanted to talk about cedar bark and where I've been getting it from. And that's from this tree right here. Right here. Zoom in. I think elk have been snacking on it. I'm not entirely sure, but it's pretty much. Some of that was by me cleaning it off for materials. It's been sheared off at the top. Where's the top at? Oh, it's right around there. No, yeah, it's up a little higher. So it's been sheared off, and so I wasn't worried about killing it by ripping all its bark off. So let's get a little step over the huge pile of Duke and get a little closer view. Now it has been raining. Sorry for the camera jiggle, but it's been raining like cats and dogs, so everything out here is soaked. Because, you know, rainforest and all. So you can see how fibrous it is. Let me turn the viewfinder over. See how fibrous it is. That's what made me think it'd be a good tinder. So I'm actually going to attempt more videos with this. Except not with this stuff though, because it's just soaking wet. But I'm going to take more of this back with me, because, you know, possum mentality and all. If I can figure out the trick to getting it to go, I'll have tinder for days. I guess you can't. Well, let me pan back the camera, and I'll move the camera, and I'll show you a little bit of the harvesting. So here's my big pile. A lot of this came off in nice, huge strips. It's pretty much all coming home with me. So there we go. Tinder for days. If I can get this stuff to light. But we'll go from there. Alrighty guys. So this is everything I brought back. You can see it's put it next to a large glove. Yeah, I grabbed quite a bit of it. If I can get it to actually burn, I'm gonna have a lot to practice with, and that's the ultimate goal. So this stuff has been home for the past, well, I haven't been out filming in over 3 weeks. Well, mainly because this literally is my backyard. I don't have a whole lot of room to work with. There's no fire pit. There's no, there's no fire pit. There's no nothing, and there's the fence, and there's the side of the house. I mean, not a whole lot of room. not much to do, not much to work with. So this is just the reality of it. You know, there's a house right here. If you're up on this, you know, you can see right through their windows, and they're gonna see smoke and, oh my God, there's fire back there. And so, yeah, that's just the way it is. You know, I rent here. I don't own this house, so I'm pretty limited to what I can do. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to process some of this. I'm going to do the majority of the processing off camera because you probably have already seen processing before. This stuff has got to be bone dry. It's got to be, because it's been just sitting home. I think this is stuff I brought out last time to practice with, but I ended up doing something else with it. Or we're doing something else altogether. So, and you can see, I don't know if you can hear that, and you know, if I touch it to my skin, it's been, you know, completely dry to the touch. So I'm going to get this first one processed down, and we'll see if we can hit it with a ferro rod. And I got fibers flying all over the place. Alright, on second thought, I decided to show some of the processing. For those of you who are new, maybe the outdoors, and you're not familiar with it, all I do is I just sort of, you know, I crunch it to break it apart. And then I just work it back and forth with my hands, getting dust all over everything. I'm going to break it down. Now I was asked why I don't rub it together in my hands using the heat from my hands to dry out the material. Well, that's because my hands are messed up. Because I have eczema, and my hands actually they're a little bit better because I finally filled the prescription that my doctor gave me. So I used some this morning, but I didn't bring it out with me today. But I've got like little cuts, you know, little cuts here. So if you're wondering if it hurts, it does actually. It hurt a lot more before I got the cream, started using it. Not always easy to use it every day, so it's been kind of a long process. So I always use gloves. This has had, you know, what, 5-6 weeks, maybe 7, sitting home in this box up on the top shelf. You know, getting inside. It's not humid at the house at all. If I hold it to my face, I don't feel no cold at all, no moisture at all. The gloves are nice and dry because they've been sitting on the same shelf along with the material, also drying out. So, what I'm probably going to do is I'm going to bust this in half, so just try to get half of this burning. So I'm going to continue processing this, and I'll bring it back.